Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us continue with the permutation and combination part of the probability. Okay. So I guess you
Okay.
were able, you did the sum right. The one which I gave you for homework, you did it correctly. So there are two parts remaining now. Today we will be covering the remaining sums on permutation and combination part of probability, and one more thing remains which we will be covering tomorrow, and tomorrow we will be wrapping up with this chapter. Okay.
Okay.
Only one thing is left is that random variable and conditional probability. Probability of A given that the event B happens. Okay. So there is a concept called as conditional probability, which we will be covering tomorrow. Okay. So right now, okay, the sum which we are doing right now is, uh, I guess you have this question. How many words can be formed using four different alphabets of the word combined?
Yeah.
Okay, let me first write the question over here. How many words can be formed using four different letters of the word, correct? Different letters of the word combined. Is it combined or combined? Combined.
Combine.
Okay, see, the problem is not on, right now, it is not on probability. It's just the basic question to go ahead with. Okay, so if you can see, they are not asking us the probability part. Have they asked us the probability in the question? No. They are asking us that how many words can be formed. Firstly, our first approach would be in such kind of sums, our first approach will be to identify whether the problem is on permutation or it's on combination. Okay, what was the trick which I gave you in the last lecture? If the problem
Uh,
is on if the problem involves selection, then it's
it's combination.
combination, correct? Where the problem involves arrangement,
Permutation.
it's on permutation. Okay, I hope you remember the formulas for NCR and NPR, correct?
Yeah.
What is NCR? Let us just revise it. NCR, it's N factorial upon R
R
factorial
factorial
and
n
N
minus
minus
r
R factorial.
whole
And what
factor.
is NPR? It is N
N
factorial
factorial n minus r whole
factorial.
factorial.
Okay, N minus R the whole factorial. Now, can you tell me, is the problem here, is the question here on arrangement or it's on selection? Is it on arrangement or it's on selection? Read the question carefully.
Arrangement.
Arrangement. Why? Because we have to arrange letters to form a word, correct? Okay,
Hmm.
now we can say that in the answer. See, now there are 7 letters in the word combined,
Yeah.
correct? There are 7 letters in the word combined. see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So what you have to do, you have to arrange 4 letters out of the 7 letters,
Right.
correct? So we can say that the number of words can be formed. Okay, words can be formed in, we can say 7p 4 ways. Okay,
Yeah.
which is equal to, now let us apply this formula. Okay, what is my n? N is 7. And what is r? It's 4. So it would be 7 factorial upon 7 minus 4 factorial, correct?
Hmm.
Okay, if I solve it further, then I get 7 factorial upon 3 factorial, which will be 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3
Into
factorial upon,
3 factorial.
so this 3 factorial and this 3 factorial gets cancelled. Are you having calci with you? Can you please help me
Yeah.
out with the calculation? 7 into 6 into 5 into 4.
840.
840. So this is 840 ways. Okay.
Okay.
There is one another way also. See, you have to, you are having 7 letters. Okay. You want to form a 4-letter word. You want to form a 4-letter word. Okay. So out of these 7 letters, you have to select one letter without repetition. Okay. So here, what happens is, if you want to fill the first letter, you have 7 options. Okay. Now, if you want to fill the second letter, you have 6 options left for that. Then you have 5 options. And then you have 4 options. Okay. The problem doesn't specify that you have to select only one letter. It's on 4 letters, means and, correct? Just because it is and, we will be multiplying it. So this is another way of arriving at your answer. If you don't want to go by NPR, then this is another way of your answer. Okay, understood? You want to copy it, then copy this. Then we will proceed
Yeah.
ahead. I'm just erasing off the unnecessary parts so you don't get confused. Okay. Just copy from here only. Yeah. The answer only directly. Don't copy the formula part.
Done.
Okay. The next question: if the letters of the word, the letters of the word first day are arranged at random, correct? What is the probability that, what is the probability that, okay, number one, first part, it begins with T, begins with T, and second, what is the probability that it begins with T and ends with
Mm.
U? Okay, so to begin with the first part, okay, the problem is on probability now. Okay, it's just not the basic permutation, it's on probability. So, do you remember the formula for probability? What would be the probability for event A? Give me the formula.
Um, Probability n of a upon n of s.
Okay, so here we will have to write the sample space, right? As in, we will have to find n of s first,
Mm.
correct? Now,
Correct.
the okay, so now what is the problem on? It says that the letters, if the letters of the word Thursday are arranged at random, what is the probability that it begins with T? So to proceed ahead with the first part, I will first have to find N of S.
Mm.
See, in such problems, you can't define a particular sample space. We directly start with N of S. Okay. There is no chance that you can define a sample space for such problems. Okay. Now,
Okay.
what happens is, how do we proceed? Count the number of letters in the word Thursday.
8.
8. Now, in my sample space, I can say that I can arrange 8 letters in 8 ways in 8p 8 ways.
Mm.
Okay. So now we proceed ahead. What is 8p8? It is n factorial, means 8 factorial upon n into n minus r factorial. Correct? Okay. So to proceed ahead, it's 8 factorial upon 0 factorial. Do remember 0 factorial is 1. Okay. Please copy this down that 0 factorial is always 1. Okay. So it would be 8 factorial upon 1, which is 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 upon 1. I'm writing it here. Note 0 factorial is equal to 1. Okay. Please calculate this for me. 8 into 7 into 6 into
40,320.
so this is your n of s. Correct?
Mm.
Now, to proceed ahead with this first part, we have just defined n of s. We just found out n of s. Now, the first part. It says we will write let A be the event. Let A be the event. Now here you will have to define the event because they have not defined it for us. Let A be the event
Okay.
where the word begins with T.
T.
Okay. Okay. So there are 8 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct? Now they are saying that the word should begin with T only. the word should begin with T. So if I want to put T, in how many ways can I put T in the first place? One,
One way.
because you are having only one T and only one place is there. So, N of A will be N of A. You can say I want to arrange one letter out of one letter. So it would be 1P1 multiplied by. See, in such case, in these problems, there would be only multiplication because here we are talking about the word and not letters. So you need all the 8 letters to form a word, correct? So we will never
Correct.
use the word or. We always use the word and.
And
For example, the letters in the name Bhavik, they are B and H and A and V and I and K. So all these letters are required to form a word. So we always multiply and we don't add it up. Okay. So now for remaining 7 places, these 7 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You can arrange these remaining 7 letters out of 7 remaining letters.
correct.
Correct? You can't write now. You can't write 8 now. You can't write 8P7 because T already set हो चुका उसकी जगह पे. Now you are not having the letter T. You are having HURSDAY.
Correct.
Okay. So 1P1 is 1. Okay. And 7P7 would be, this time I'm writing it directly, 7 factorial. Okay. For example, 8P8. It would be 8 factorial. 7P7. It would be 7 factorial. If I write 6P6, then it would be 6 factorial. Okay. So please help me out. Okay. Don't do everything again. See, you are having the answer for 8 factorial. It's 40,320. Out of that, I have to remove 8. So you do divided by 8.
5040.
Sorry. Okay,
5040.
5040. So this is your answer.
Okay.
So you understood this trick of it dividing it by 8? It saves us a lot of time in exam rather than doing it again 7 into 6 into 5. Okay, so now we have to find probability of A. It is N of A upon N of S. What is my N of A? 5040. And what is N of S? It's 40,320. If you want, you can reduce it to 1 by 8. It's okay if you don't reduce it. Okay. Okay. Now, to proceed ahead with the second part, I want you to help me out in this. It says that let B be the event. Let us first define the event. Let B be the event where the word it begins with
T.
T and ends with U. Correct? Now see. Okay, you help me out this time. I want you to help me out.
So, 2P2 into
Why 2P2? I didn't get this.
6P6.
Why 2P2?
Because the word will start with T and it will end with U. So there are only 2 places for those 2 words, 2 specific places.
If you go by that way, then it becomes wrong. See, the logic you are using It will apply in the case where they say the word starts with T, ends with U, or it starts with U and ends with T. In that case, you can take 2P2. But in our
Okay.
example, in this case, they are saying that it should start with T and it should end with U. So you can't
Hmm.
use 2P2. ये wrong हो जाएगा.
Okay.
Okay, so we go individually. So we have
Hmm.
8 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are saying that the first letter is reserved for T. This can be done in one way.
One people.
This last is reserved for U. Even this can be done in one way. So our answer would be 1P1 multiplied by something multiplied by 1P1. Did you get this?
Okay.
Okay, so now how many positions are remaining? 1,
6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you have to arrange these 6 letters in 6 ways.
So 6p6.
Very good. 6, P, 6. Correct? Okay, so it would be 1 into 6 factorial into 1.
1.
Now don't do it again. See, you already have one thing. You have this answer.
7 factorial.
7
Right.
factorial. What is 7 factorial? 5040.
Hmm.
How will you arrive at
Divided
6
by
factorial?
7.
Divided by
7.
very good.
720.
Okay. So now we
Hmm.
proceed with P of B. P of B. Probability of B is N of B upon N of.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 720
720.
upon what was your N of it? Was it
4320.
40,320?
20.
Can you do one thing for me? See, we want to find the answer in fraction. So if whenever you want to find the answer in fraction in calculator, what you do is you find the inverse of this. Means rather, I would not use the word inverse. I would use the word reciprocal. Calci
Okay.
pe, find the answer for
Hmm.
me. Find this. What is your answer? 40,320 upon 720.
56.
56. Correct? So it's
Hmm.
56 now. So what will be 720 upon 40,320? It will be 1 upon
1
56.
upon 56. Okay.
Just note down these tricks. Huh? These will be very much helpful in exam for you. You can save you can save very much good amount of time. Okay.
Hmm.
So we completed this question.
Yes.
Okay. If the letters of the word father are arranged randomly. Okay. So now this one, you will be helping me out this time.
Hmm.
Question number. I'm not writing the whole question. They are saying that if the letters of the word father are arranged randomly, find the probability that what is the first event? It begins with letter R. Begins with letter R. Number 2, end with letter A.
Hmm.
And what is the third part?
Begins with letter A
Begins with letter A and end with letter
and
R.
ends with
Begin, begin, and begins with letter A
A.
and ends with Letter R. So, how to proceed with such kind of question? This is clearly a problem on permutation, correct?
Permutation.
Because here we have to arrange the letters of the word father. I want you to help me out this time. We start with the answer. Okay, so what is the first step we do? We find
N of S.
probability. N of S. Perfect. N of S. Okay. Tell me, what do we do?
6 P6.
Okay. So in the word father, there are 6 letters. We will be arranging 6 letters in 6 ways. So 6P6, which is 6 factorial. Okay. We just found out above that 6 factorial is 720.
720.
Instead of answer. Okay. Now first part. I'm writing it in short, okay? Let A be the event. चलो, लिखिए मत. Where the word begins with R. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, now so help me out.
N of A.
Okay. N of A.
1P1.
1P1. Just a moment. 2P1. P1
into
into
5P5.
perfect. Okay, 1P1 into 5P5. Very good. What is 1P1? It's 1.
1
And what is 5P5? 5 factorial.
5 factorial.
And 5 factorial is 120. So our N of A is 120.
120.
What we do next? Probability of
Probability.
it is N of A.
N of A upon N of S.
What is N of S? 120. And what is N of S? 720.
720.
Okay, how do you find the answer to this? In fraction form?
720 divided by 120.
Okay.
6. 1
So I
upon
should
6.
1 upon 6 or 6?
1 upon 6.
Pakka?
Hmm.
Okay, sir. Good. Hello. We proceed with the second part. Let B be the event begins with. Okay, is it ends with or begins with? Ends with, I guess. Okay. Ends with
A.
okay, help me out.
N of B will be 5P5 into 1P1.
Very good. 5P5 into 1P1. Okay. Hello. What is 5P5? 5 factorial. What is 1P1? It's 1 factorial. So I can write directly it's 120. N of B. Correct. Now we have to find probability of B. It's N of B upon
N of S.
N of 120 upon 720. So 1 by 6.
6.
So third part, you are only doing this. Let's see we do even. What is it asking us? Begins with A.
Yeah, and ends with R.
Begins with A and ends with R. Chalo, help me out.
Begins with A is 1P1. Ends with R again, 1P1.
1P1 multiplied by something multiplied by 1P1. Correct? Now,
4P4.
okay. So there are 6 letters in the word father, out of which the place for A and R is reserved in the first place and the last place. So remaining 4 letters will be filled in 4 ways. So 4P4. Not in 4 ways, sorry, in 4P4 ways. So answer will be 1 factorial into 4 factorial into 1 factorial. What is 4 factorial? 4 3 is 12, 12 2 is 24. And 24 into 1 is 20. So now probability of C is N of C upon N of, what is N of C? That's 24 upon 720. Chalo, find answer to this. Is it 1 by 30?
Yes,
Are you comfortable with these sums now?
I am.
Okay. So now the next sum which we are doing is bit tricky. So let us start with that. Okay. A box contains 10 lamps, out of which 6 are not in working condition. A room has 3 sockets for the lamps. 3 lamps are selected. Underline the word selected. So is it permutation or a combination?
Combination.
Okay, very good. Are selected at random from the box and put in the socket. Find the probability that there is no light in the room. Okay. Only 2 of the 3 lamps are working. So now, how do we proceed with this? With such kind of questions? Let us read it once again and let us summarize the question, what they are saying. This one is bit tricky. Okay, so question. There are total 10 lamps. Out of 10, some of them
6
are
are not
defective. 6 are not in working condition. Okay. So should I write 6 are defective?
Yeah.
So remaining 4 are working. Not defective. Okay. First, let us write the sample space N of S. See, there are 10 lamps, and out of those 10 lamps, how many bulbs will you be? How many lamps will you be selecting? How many
3.
lamps will? 3. So why 3? Because there are 3 sockets. Okay. So out of 10, you have to select 3 lamps. So this can be done in 10 C3 ways, which is, I showed you the trick for this. It's 3 now. So it would be 10 into 9 into 8
3
upon
3 into 2 into 1.
Very good. 3 into 2 into 1. 3 ones are 3 threes are 2 ones are 2 fours are. I guess it's 120. So your N of S is 120. Correct? Okay. So again, we are having 10 lamps, out of which 6 are defective. So what are they saying is, for first part, probability that there is no light in the room. So we can say let A be the event where let A be the event where there is no light in the room. So now see, for this I need your help. No light in the room. How do we proceed?
No light in the room. That means all the three lamps that were chosen were defective.
All the three lamps that will be
So,
chosen are defective. Okay?
hmm,
Because
hmm,
even out of the three lamps, one lamp is lighting, we can say that the room is, there is light in the room.
this,
Correct?
hmm,
Okay.
correct.
Means, just for your understanding, means we have to select three defective bulbs out of six defective bulbs. Correct? So N of A will be, what is N of A?
6C3.
Correct. 6C3, which is 6 into 5 into 4 upon 3 into 2 into
3
1.
into 2 into 1.
3 ones are 3 twos are this 2 gets cancelled. Answer is 20. So what is probability of event A?
N of A upon N of S.
N of A upon N of S, which is 20 upon
20 upon 120.
1 by 6. Okay, now what we do is we exit and rejoin. The session is about to get over. So in that next session, we continue the second part of it.